Hi, it's Karl from Search Room. I'm with James, one of the business partners here, and we're delving in today into what is source context. And this is a term that's been going around sort of the SEO world for a little while now, and it's kind of been brought to life via Corey, absolute legend of a guy. So this is our view on what source context is. So, Dooley, if you want to hit it first.
Yeah, so the source context, it was unbelievable. We've been doing SEO now for over a decade, and I've never used to give my writers, I used to give them the title tag and the brief, but I never used to give the source context of what the page should be about. So I allowed my writers to run free with how they wanted to kind of theme what the page is going to be about. So prime example, if I was to say what is guest posting, then I would just allow them to write about what guest posting is. And if I wanted, if I'm a link building agency and I want to talk about the advantages of guest posting, then I want to make certain that my writer's doing it in a positive manner. The sentiment analysis of that page is in a positive manner. So my source context would be explaining to my writer how I want the context of the page that needs to be. And especially now, anyone who's using any artificial intelligence tools and AI writing tools, they need to be giving the source context of what they want the artificial intelligence to write to give the desired output and desired kind of what you want the page to be about. So what would you add on to that, Karl, with regards to the importance of source context?
Yeah, so I would say it's very just a lot of the sites, when you read through a lot of the bigger affiliate sites, a lot of them miss out the fact that they are an affiliate site that's say promoting a review of a product or a bunch of products. They never ever stick with the core concept of they are a review website and it should be in first person. All of these sort of bits of detail should come into hand. Like a lot of affiliates, I know we've been chatting on it recently, it's often wrote in third person, which doesn't really make sense. If you're supposed to be writing a personal review of this product, it should probably be in first person, right? So the source context really defines what the website and the whole context of the website should be about. And then every article from that should be in line with what the source context is. So specifically, if it's a gambling website that's doing, let's say, horse racing, it should always be, horse racing first or horse racing betting first as a priority on the page. So in the macro content should all be focused around, horse race betting, and then leading to the micro content being all about, related terms with the horse race betting and gambling. And
even like certain things of where the Corey's kind of framework and how Corey kind of educates people about semantic SEO is the source context completely changes your content brief, the positioning of the H2s for what becomes the most important H2. Now, what's been crazy is previously I used to just believe it's words on a page and Google reads with a word cloud, the words on a page. I always knew there was more kind of weight given to content higher up the page in the macro content. But now with the exact same content on the page and just moving certain H2s to be in the macro and in the micro content can completely make a difference to a page ranking and not ranking. And without using the source context and the relevance of what the page needs to be about to your desired output, that can completely change everything that you do on your site. When you start looking at the domain source context, that can change how you do a topical map and do your keyword research. And then at a page level, like you said, the positioning of the H2s as well. It's crazy for many years how I've not even been, I'd say this is one of the main takeaways from learning the semantics and how semantic SEO works, from Corey's training and speaking to Pavel and people like that are very, I'd say, a lot higher level than me with regards to I'm a holistic SEO that wants to do everything. They kind of geek out and are brilliant at content and understand exactly the relevance and the distance between the lexical kind of keywords and all the rest of it, that, yeah, it completely changes the way now we write content.
And I would say, more importantly, with the age of AI, it's like almost vital, right? You need, like, otherwise it's just going to spit out that same old content that has no difference to any other content in terms of similarity. And then, you're going to very quickly get found out that you're pretty much just using AI content.
Yeah. Let us know, if you're watching this video, let us know, are you using any AI writing tools? If you are you using the source context to go with the title tag? So you're helping to aid the artificial intelligence to give the desired output of what you want to make the kit as relevant as can be alongside how the context is. Leave a comment in the comment section and let us know, are you using source context as part of your SEO content writing?